Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back. We have brought a new little entry-level-ish platform out for you today. So a lot of people have asked, what can we buy out of the box that's really, really good? Cqb Outdoors, and just generally sort of a little bit of a step up from your absolutely bog standard basic platform. So I've brought out a CYMA, which is a proven platform for beginners anyway, but this is the CYMA Platinum Upgraded Edition. This is the CYMA CM.97D Delta. There's various different prefixes and suffixes for the platform and model number of this, and the letter at the end just denotes what its front end is like, if it's got a flash hider, suppressor, collapsing stock, different length rail, anything like that. If you have any questions about the CYMAs, guys, the Platinum Edition or anything like that, please drop them in the chat box. We've got that with us today, so we can answer any questions that you have. So right off the bat, this is on the website right now for $249.99. Absolutely insane value for money for an upgraded CYMA platform. This thing has a MOSFET. It's got high resistance wiring, silver wiring, Dean's connector, microswitch trigger. It's got a 275mm 6.05 millimeter inner barrel. It comes with the suppressor that's just mounted slightly down the rail, so it does have your 14mm counterclockwise thread on the front. So if you want to swap it out for a tracer, something slightly different, that's totally fine. But it does come with a suppressor already attached. Pec box and optics I've just put on so you can see a size relevance for what we have had previously. I've thrown the EPM1 in there just to show how easy this thing goes together. It comes with a 160 round mid cap as standard, so it's not a high cap out the box. It does come with a mid cap, so if you wanted to run and gun for a little bit longer, you might need spare mid caps or even a high cap to run a bit longer. So this thing's the EPM1 250 round stackable mag. The stock itself, massive battery capacity, so you do have two side mounts allowing crane stop batteries. It is wired to Dean's, but it is nice and easy to get to. There is a little switch on the back that drops down. You can access your battery and close it up again. Really, really easy to do in game. You don't have to take the stock off, anything like that. When you do plug this in, it makes a little bit of a Game Boy style noise. It goes, make sure that the battery's connected. It's doing its self-test, and it does have a low voltage cut-off as well. So if you plug a battery in that's not got enough power to run it, it will shut down and not function. So it does have a quick change spring as well. So if you wanted to swap around the power, run a DMR, run a bit faster, high-low power, depending what you're, if you're ordering from Europe or anywhere like that. Some places allow different power limits. CQB sites might only allow 328, 330, whereas 350 is the standard. It does have a really nice snappy trigger response on semi-auto, and its full auto is absolutely savage for such a low price platform. Super good value for money. It's coming out the box at 310 FPS and at an astronomical 24 rounds a second. See if we've got any questions coming in. Shotguns viable for CQB? Yep, absolutely. If you want to run a shotgun, you can run them as a secondary or a primary. They're totally fine. So back to the CYMA. So you do have a 10-inch rail on the front. Just be aware that you do have M-lock on the left, right, bottom, and the 45s. But obviously with the suppressor down the front, you do lose access to the front section, the front two sections. If you try to put a rail or a grip in there, it'll be hard to tighten it up and it's not going to fit on properly. You do have a full top rail, so optics as standard. I've thrown the 1x38 and the flipter side on there and the pec box just to give a size relevance, but that goes from the front all the way to the back. There's no gaps or points where you can't mount anything. It does come with standard flip-up sights, peep sights that are really, really good. Cqb Outdoors. If you're wanting to build a steady build and you can't afford your optics right off the bat, it's totally fine to run this thing with iron sights as standard. It will be really, really fun. Standard gear style hop, so when you pull the charging handle back, the bolt cover will stay open. Once you've done your hop, you can press the bolt release and it will cover as normal. As I was saying, the MOSFET and everything here does have a low voltage cut off, so if you're mid-game and all of a sudden you your riff starts beeping and blurting noises at you, it's basically warning you that your battery is running low and you need to swap it out. Where with the easy access of this, you could do this in field absolutely easily. You don't have to go back to safe zone, get tools out to access battery compartments or anything like that. Grips and other parts on this. So the grip and the stock are actually the only plastic parts on this. It is a fully aluminium build. The receiver, the rail, the barrel, the suppressor, or even the selector and controls are all aluminium. Iron sights, stock and grip are the only polymer parts on this. So if you do have any questions, by all means drop them in our chat. We can make sure that if you've got something burning a question, we can answer it. Sling points. So you're probably able to see one just there. There are QD sling points on the left and right hand side of the rail, and they're on the back of the stock as well. This means that you can have it left hand slung or right hand slung depending on your shooter configuration. It is only right-handed configured out the box, so the selector is only on the left hand side of the gun, which means it's a right-handed weapon, so you can select it with your thumb. Mag release only on the right hand side of the weapon, so it'd be quite hard to change mags with left-handed. Same with the bolt release. Charging handles probably both sides. But if we've got any other questions, we've got a few bits coming back in. So I'll just quickly do a front to back as normal, guys. So 14mm counterclockwise thread on the front if you're wanting to add trace units, muzzle devices, flash hides out like that. It does come with the very short suppressor that is already pre-fitted. I don't think it's foam filled. This thing has quite a pop when it's going off, so I think this is standard. But if you want to put a Spitfire trace unit or anything, it will screw straight in there. As long as your suppressor fits down the rail, it will be good to go. Flip up sights as standard out the box. The PEC box and optics I've fitted to the full monolithic 20mm rail going along the top. 10-inch M-LOK aluminium front rail for all your accessories, grips, anything like that, with 2 QD sling points. Aluminium receiver, super sturdy build. This thing goes together super nice. Changing mags on this is actually, it feels really good in hands. Super well, good tolerance, all that. Coming further back, the castle nut on the back, you can unscrew this, you can take the back off, and it is a quick change spring. Controls are configured for a right-handed shooter, but it does have an easy access stock switch if you're wanting to get to your battery. You can throw a crane stock in here. There is tons and tons of battery space in there, so you can run and gun all day. How heavy is it? I think this thing comes in just over 2 kilos, so probably 2.3, 2.4 kilos without any optics on it. And PEC box and anything like that, and obviously the weight's going to change depending on mags and stuff that you use. But we've gone through a ton of information there, covered quite a lot. As always, if you head over to our Instagram and you want any questions answering, by all means drop us a DM. We're more than happy to answer them. If not, drop a comment below and we'll try and get back to any questions that you have. If that's everything for today, thanks very much for joining us. We hope to continue doing this YouTube live a lot more often, try and do it every single day. If you have any feedback, by all means drop us a message, drop a comment below, and we're more than happy to engage with our audience. But if that's everything, we will catch you again tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Cheers, guys.